Hundreds of young people living in the rural areas have had their lives transformed through a United Nations agency, the Food and Agricultural Organization's Green Jobs Initiative, known as the Green Jobs for Rural Youth Employment. Food and Agriculture Organization monitoring and evaluation specialist Caroline Chaumba, who is the lead in the Green Jobs project, spoke about how young people who are involved in the agricultural industry, especially along the value chain enhancement, have transformed their lives. FAO, which looks at food security, sustainable management of natural agricultural resources, and empowerment, especially in the face of an unpredictable climate, works closely with government. Speaking at a 2-day workshop where she laid out the roadmap and the plan by FAO to strengthen the agricultural supply chain and assist the community in being resistant to climate change problems. Chaumba said the Green Jobs Project would assist the nation in meeting its SDGs.
The goal of the Green Jobs for Rural Youth Employment Project is to contribute to achieving the SDG by reducing rural poverty, addressing youth employment issues, combating the effects of climate change, and strengthening local food systems. We are doing all this. The anticipation was to do all this by providing green jobs opportunities in rural areas and agricultural sectors of the young people. So the project had 2 outcomes. Outcome number 1, which is to provide entrepreneurship and employment opportunities to the youth in a green economy. Hence, the theme of our learning event today, Youth in Agri-Food Systems, Green Skillings for Green Jobs. And our outcome number 2 focused on national policies. The intention is to have national policies and the strategies better integrate green jobs through the rural employment aspects that we talked about. So having this goal and the certain objectives that I have highlighted, these are the results, the achievements that we have noted to date.
Government, which has struggled to fund young people in agriculture over the years, was all praises for FAO's Green Jobs initiatives. The Youth Deputy Minister, Kudakwashe Mpamanga, said it was directly linked to the ministry's vision of having an empowered youth who and will be able to actively participate in national development by 2030.
The initiative that I've seen here, that we've all been speaking on, is directly linked to my ministry's vision of having empowered youths who actively participate in national development by 2030. Ladies and gentlemen, in our increasingly interconnected world, the challenges that we face are complex and multifaceted. From the perspective of our ministry, the chief among these challenges are youth unemployment and environmental degradation. And these issues, they demand our immediate attention. They have a direct adverse impact on the lives and the livelihoods and the aspirations of young people, particularly those in rural areas. So the concept of green jobs presents a compelling solution that addresses both youth unemployment and environmental sustainability. When we were outside touring the stands, there were a number of projects that in agriculture whereby the product that the young people are producing, the byproduct is used to feed back into the project. And that's where the sustainability comes from. So if we harness the power of innovation, technology, and sustainable practices, what we do is we create employment opportunities that not only provide economic security to young people, but also contribute to the preservation or the restoration of our natural resources.
One of the projects by FAO has empowered Oliver Mafukidze, who has ventured into orange juice manufacturing and preservation. The project, which has created jobs and keeps the environment safe, is one of the many that has transformed lives in the rural areas. Mafukidze and his team are able to produce over 1,000 liters of orange crush.
Orange fruits. So I just want to briefly explain the processes tinenge tichiita. Then tinotora oranges from the farmers. After harvesting, then toenda nawo processing site. Then tasvika processing site tine machine inopulpa orange, inosvina orange. Then tasvina toisa juice pasite, torisefa kusara vakachena. Then tapedza to preserve. Yatinoti preservation ndeyekuti kana tikapreserva tinenge takurichengeta for about 2 years rakagara risina tichiavoida inonzi fermentation. Then tikange tachengeta takukwanisa kuristoka into 1,000 liter tanks. After that ndo patinozoritora shoma neshoma according nemedia tinenge nedemand inoti inenge ichidiwa takukwanisa kumixa nemamwe machemicals atinenge takuchigadzira inonzi orange crush. Apa tiri kugadzira the original orange crush yakalebhuriwa kuti thirst quench ndo product tiri kugadzira.
FAO representative in Eswatini, Lesotho and Zimbabwe, Louis Muhangirwa, also urged stakeholders and the government to support young entrepreneurs to ensure project sustainability, which is at the core of the Green Jobs Initiative.
And through the voices of its main stakeholders and participants, the project has provided an excellent opportunity to reflect on how best practices and lessons learned on employment creation and efforts towards more inclusive agri-food system can inform national policy and strategies, as well as more youth-oriented development projects. Part of these efforts involve bringing youth to the table and enabling them to actively participate in policy dialogue on employment and green economy. The exhibition outside are tangible results and evidence of what these young people are capable of. Let's therefore take this as an opportunity to support their noble causes, which we all witnessed these past 2 days. We were reminded this morning, let us treat them as business people. There were many important lessons, and FAO assures you its commitment that these will be packaged in a report that will be owned and endorsed by the youth participating in this project. This report will be shared with you soon, in the coming days. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's time we come together to strategize, design, and implement both programs that provide sustainable, decent, green employment opportunities to rural communities, as well as policies that support the country to make the necessary systematic adaptive changes and address environmental degradation. It's up to all of us to revitalize the sector to ensure decent employment opportunities are being created for youth while supporting the environment.
Zimbabwe, whose industry is largely agro-based, has not seen investment in the preservation of horticultural products and market expansion, leaving most farmers at a loss. Tons of fresh vegetables are lost daily, especially at the biggest horticultural market in Harare, Mbare Musika, owing to poor investment along the value chain addition projects. Green jobs appears to be one of the solutions to this crisis. The ability to preserve mangoes, to dry them, tomatoes, to can them and dry them will help farmers in saving and ensuring that most of their produce is not lost or sold at a loss on the market. Reporting for HSTV and Current Affairs, Blessed Mhlang.